Cillian Sheridan, and welcome to the Sheriff Show with Lewis Capaldi. Now, that was the Sheriff Show with Lewis Capaldi's quickest intro ever. So if you blinked or you weren't paying attention and you've missed it, we're going to wheel it up and we'll do it again for you. So, Cillian Sheridan, and welcome to the Sheriff Show with Lewis Capaldi. And again with resident co-star Darren Connell.
Thank you very much.
Lewis is touring, so fair enough. I knew he wasn't going to show up tonight, so no excuses or anything for tonight. Yeah, concert seemed to be going good. So, and look, I don't want to say that this is boosting his profile, but I mean the concerts do look pretty jam-packed full. And would that have happened without this? We'll never know. So it's working for him. Imagine if he showed up, how the popularity would actually go through the roof.
Yeah.
But then we wouldn't want it to get too much, and then you get ticket scalps and people would be fucked out of tickets and stuff, because then you're getting into that kind of Taylor Swift kind of zone.
Give us a shout. Give us a shout out. That's it.
Welcome to this really is becoming a podcast of broken promises. Or I should say, yeah, because I promise I won't do things and then I'm going back on my word and doing them. Where I said I was gonna have, after I had James on, I was like, right, I'm going to have guests on every week. Nah. I was going to be more organised and have them all set up. Nah. Didn't happen. Has not happened. But it doesn't matter, because we're just going to get better, not bitter.
Yes.
From episode 1, or it was probably episode 2, we decided that became the slogan. So I'm going to live by that motto.
Can I quickly apologise to you?
For what?
For wearing a full trackie. I feel like I'm underdressed, especially because you look...
Well, it'll only show the top half.
Oh,
so
that's cool. But you look really nice.
A tracky top, you could say.
Yeah.
Your trousers and that is smart as fuck. They just can't see it.
I could be sitting in my pants right now. But yeah, you look really good, and it's made me feel self-conscious for wearing a trackie, so apologies.
Thanks for the compliment and the apology. I'll accept the apology begrudgingly. I don't feel it was...
Yeah.
It wasn't needed. Wasn't looking for it or anything. Last night, the stand looked pretty busy.
Yes, I was hosting Red Raw. I wasn't wearing a trackie then. It was really good. Sold out new beginners night. It's really probably one of the most popular nights in Britain.
Is it that busy every week?
Yeah.
On a Wednesday night?
Yeah.
No, sorry, Tuesday night, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I'd say it sells out every Tuesday. That's only my ever second time hosting it. I hosted it once about 9 years ago. I can't really remember much. I was drunk. And last night, because I've been hosting my own night, they've asked me to start hosting their nights.
Promotion?
Yeah.
Yeah. How did it go?
It was shite. No, I was kidding. No, it went well. There was a lot of new acts though. There's like 15 comedians, so it's very...
And that's the kind of hosting you'll get at Red Raw.
Yeah. It went well. I enjoyed it. Some amazing new comedians coming on the scene. And yeah, it was good.
You could be a scout for them to come on here.
Exactly, mate. Like a pimp.
Yeah. Without... Yeah. Do pimps pay?
Not well.
Not well, eh?
I take that back.
So, yeah, you could be. Why not?
Yeah.
I mean, let's just say it now. They're not going to get paid, so...
Yeah. Yeah.
They'll get paid in ticket sales.
Exactly.
For their shows, the bump.
Yeah.
I went to Ricky Gervais last night.
Where?
That's why I was at the, where was it? The Armadillo. Is it still called the Armadillo? It is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, really good.
Wow, I never knew that.
Really, really, really good.
I
For the
never knew
full, I don't know if he had a support act. I didn't show up from early enough to see if there was one. But yeah, it was really good. For like the full, nearly like the full, whatever he was on for an hour and 20 minutes. I was like listening to every single bit and like entertained by the full thing as well. Few annoying people sitting in front of me. Tried to get a few sly photos.
Did they get into trouble?
No. In my mind, they were in big trouble in my mind. What was going through my head. Like when I was thinking, giving her a little tap on the shoulder, like, you just ruined it for me because I just missed one of his jokes. Because it distracted me for like 3 seconds. And then I missed the middle part of what he was saying and the punchline made no sense.
Mm.
And they were just annoying voices. These people
that's good. I like that bit.
They weren't. Was she from? One of them was from maybe down south, and then the other. No, he was from down south, and she had like that kind of. I'm not going to say like Glasgow West End. It was a cousin of the Glasgow West End accent. It was a weird one, and more the uni. It was more of a uni accent, but she was older.
Glasgow uni.
So it was but on an older lady. It was really annoying, grating. So it was, and then when she done that photo thing.
Good night then.
No, it was really good, yeah. Despite that, I don't want to talk about the negatives about it, but it was, apart from that, it was really good. In fact, no, sorry, beforehand, there was another negative. But actually it was funny because we got there, whatever, it's half an hour before he was to come on. And the queue to get food and snacks and drinks and stuff was really long. So I was gone into it. Jodie went down to get maybe popcorn at the other place. And there was this woman and her husband right behind me. And the husband did not want to go and stand in a queue. It looked like quite a big queue. And she kept saying like, oh, I just want to get some water. I just want to get some water or a drink really quickly. Please, come on. And he's like, no, I'm going to get to the seats. And she's like, oh, no, I'm just going to get a water. And then the people behind her were like, oh, no, he's not on until 8:05. You've still got 35 minutes. And she's like, oh, brilliant. You see, Stephen, can't remember his name. And he dead silence. He didn't say anything. And I could just sense him just standing behind, raging with just like a death stare in front. And then she started going to the people behind, oh, you see? And he was getting angry about it. But now we'll have plenty of time to go, won't you? Oh, he's getting in a bad mood. And everything she was saying, she just kept winding him up more. And he was just standing there dead silent, not talking to them. And I could feel the awkwardness seeping out of him. And then they left the queue. They left the queue. He got his way just through pure silence. Stubborn silence. Came out and won the day. But other than that, great show, great time.
Who needs a support act? Just
exactly,
people watching.
Just turn up early in queue.
Hi.
In front of dickheads.
So that's why you weren't at the Red Raw to watch me? Okay.
That's why. That's who beat you to it. I only went there on the off chance that I might bump into him outside or something and try and get him in today on the podcast.
Yeah.
As you can see, didn't happen. I messaged him a while ago asking if he'd come on.
Does he follow you?
No.
Because he likes his tweets, by the way. See, if you tweet something about him, he'll like it.
No, but I like to do it in private.
Ah.
Bit of a shite bag.
Yeah.
Not putting myself out there.
Yeah.
Maybe if I did that, he'd be sitting here right now.
Exactly.
Or we might have had to have done it earlier because he's got a big show on tonight.
Yeah.
But he didn't reply. I was going through Scottish people that I could maybe try and get just like any Scottish person that was big and famous. So obviously Ricky Gervais isn't Scottish, but I saw he was going to be up here in Scotland. Jared Butler didn't reply. Brian Cox didn't reply. Who else didn't reply? Martin Compton hasn't replied. Didn't see it. Can you think of any others who I should be?
Can if Lewis Capaldi?
That one hurt.
Lewis, does he get a cousin or something?
Went off on a tangent there.
It's all right. We're friends now. This is what it's supposed to be.
I was trying to think. I was going to say business partners become turned friends. It was more of a presenting partners, working partners.
Yeah.
A working relationship turned into just a friendly relationship.
No, friends.
Friends. Okay. It's got to be friends. This doesn't feel too friendly.
Lock the door. Get the door of the podcast studio locked right now.
I was thinking actually when I came in, I was like, I didn't do any today. I don't know if I've done them recently. But see now, since COVID, when you come in and go to greet someone, COVID has messed up handshake greetings. Like a lot of people have now adapted a fisting or a spudding. What do you call it?
Fist bump.
Fist bump, yeah. I say spudding, Irish. And
I like it.
So I'll either go like for a spud or a handshake, and then I'm like, that kind of awkwardness when obviously it doesn't really work.
Yeah.
And it's happened a lot to me. I done it to one of the lads the other day, one of the new guys that signed. And I felt so bad. I ended up not doing anything. I just kind of left him hanging.
He went for a handshake?
He went for a handshake, and I had something I was holding something. And I went, another guy's head. And I went to give him a fist bump, and then I saw he had his hand out, and I just panicked. And I just kind of brought my hand in and done nothing. I just kept walking by, and the guy behind him actually gave a fist bump. I think the first guy was walking on, so it was okay. So I just think it's an unnecessary awkwardness that COVID has created.
Yeah. I noticed that last night.
Thanks, Pfizer.
15 comedians, only one shook my hand.
Really?
Yeah.
Did the others not give any greeting, or they all fist bumped or spudded?
No fist bumps, no spudding.
Nothing?
They were even...
A head nod? Nothing?
I like hello.
Eyebrows? Little eyebrow raise?
But, they were trying to stay apart from each other, and then you're like, what's the point? There's 200 people in here. We're in a basement.
Oh, this is like for hygiene reasons?
Yeah, for COVID stuff.
Protocol?
Yeah.
Oh.
So it's quite strange. The death of the handshake, which is probably the name of the podcast.
But then see when the two of you nail it. Nice.
A good
when you both go,
handshake.
yeah, same thing. And it's like, without telling each other, like, we get it. We're friends. Forgot to give a shout out to, should have done it earlier, shout out to Colo Health. Sent me through some collagen packs earlier in the week, which, as you can clearly see, it's been kicking in, feeling on top of the world. That's why I didn't bring a guest on, because I was like, I'm full of collagen, don't need a guest. I'm fucking ready to give this my all.
Did you drink it?
Yeah, you mix it in with water. Mix it in with... Now, I probably haven't taken it right because I haven't measured the water, just freestyled it. But it's tasted okay, and I felt that collagen injection. Which up until recently I didn't realise how important it is for like muscle repair and general upkeep of your body. Because anytime I thought of collagen, I thought of girls. Do they get collagen fillers? Is that a thing?
Maybe injections.
Collagen injections?
Yeah.
And I just always associated it with that, which is why I never dabbled in it, but I'm fully in it now.
I've seen that on your Instagram.
Colo Health, yeah. They sent them
Colo
up.
Health.
What? That's the name of the...
Oh, right. Okay. I thought that was a hashtag there you were talking
no. I'm presuming I'm pronouncing it right. Kollo. Colo. Colo, maybe? It'll be Colo. Collagen. Colo.
Yeah.
Ooh. Shout out Colo Health, maybe. Cover all bases. Shout out Colo. Not many other ways it could be pronounced, is there? Colo. But yeah, shout out to Colo Health. And also, hopefully, I'll settle on a merch t-shirt. It's gonna be... I'll send you pictures, Paul, and it's gonna be either this design or this design. And let me know what you prefer, and I'm gonna get them made up. And anyone that comes on will get a t-shirt. I'll probably wear one hosting. You'll wear one.
Yes.
You can wear it under your trackie. You don't even have to show it.
No bother. I'm an XL.
We might even progress onto hoodies.
Lewis Capaldi can wear one as well.
They'll be sent around to numerous people. Unknowingly to them. So they could be like me and not open any of their fucking post and never receive it. So that'll be my excuse if no one ever wears them. Speaking of, that's fucking cost me a fortune. That New Year's resolution. Opening my letters. A lot of bills had to be paid. I was unaware of. So, don't know how long I'll be keeping that resolution or intention, as James said. James went down very well on the show. Had some good feedback, positive feedback from the viewers.
Good numbers.
The numbers have been probably on consistent average to what most of them have been. I felt though some of my previous times I've tried to share an episode with the link, the numbers that people see it on Instagram are very low. I feel like I've been shadow banned on Instagram. And I haven't bad-mouthed Instagram on here, have I?
Don't think so.
Have you ever on yours? And maybe it's travelled over here.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
I badmouth everybody. I badmouth you on my podcast. Like,
Do you goodmouth anyone?
not really.
A podcast of negativity. I like it. Yeah, so Instagram need to get them back on side.
Yeah.
Who's that? That's Zuckerberg.
The gram.
Fuck it, it's not worth it. It's not worth sucking up to him, is it?
No. He's like half alien.
That's even if he's still alive. Not one to start rumours, but deadline day has come and gone. Do you like deadline day? Do you make much of it, or does it bother you at all? Does it take up much of your time?
I used to like it. I feel like it had a buzz, but there's something about it.
There was about 2 years, or maybe like 18 months, where there was about 2 or 3 transfer windows, and it was class, where like clubs were making big deals on deadline day, and then Sky just overdone it, killed it.
Yeah.
But it was good.
Would Do you still enjoy it?
Not really. Not. I mean, nah. Unless I'm involved. I've moved once on deadline day. Once? I think I've moved once on deadline day where everything was actually being rushed through and it was a matter of minutes in stuff getting through and then having to, because it was from Cyprus to Poland. So it was international and it was having to catch flights and stuff. And it was, not enjoyable. Not enjoyable doing it like that.
Yeah.
Wouldn't recommend it.
Just lifting up your life and just instantly moving to another country?
Well, it's not so much that, because that you have to do anyway. If you're moving to a club anytime, if you're moving to a club from one club to another, no matter if it's deadline day, you're still having to get there as soon as you can. You can't say, okay, I'll be there in 2 days to sign or 3 days when I can pack everything up and go. So generally everything is kind of just up and leave.
Yeah.
Just a BTS of a transfer there for you.
Yeah.
One of my signings. Did I ever mention about when I signed for APOL and they photoshopped the photo? No. So this photo here of me signing for APOL, they announced that this isn't what I wore to signing. And I didn't know for ages why they'd done this. So I turned up I had this t-shirt, had like a green paisley design. And I didn't really know much about the club. I didn't know anything about their rivalry with Ammonia, who I later ended up signing for years on. And anyway, so I didn't know anything about them. So their colours are green. So I've turned up in a green t-shirt to sign for APOL. Thought nothing of it. And then a few weeks later, I came in wearing Boston Celtic shorts. And Ammonia's badge is a shamrock or a clover. And obviously like Boston Celtics badge. And it has this big fucking green shorts with a big green Boston Celtic clover or a shamrock? Clover, because the shamrock is Irish, yeah. And one of the guys goes, "Hey, Cillian, what are you doing? You're crazy. You'll get killed walking around like that." And then that's when it dawned on me, fuck, that's why they've put on this fucking little black short sleeve shirt on me in the signing photo. And I sent it to my friend last week, Jamie, and he didn't know the story about it, and he never even knew it was photoshopped. So I don't know if I always thought it was like obviously photoshopped because I knew what I wore. But yeah, that's what not to do when signing for someone. So it literally would be like a player signing for Celtic or Rangers and turning up and signing in like a fucking green t-shirt that side or a royal blue on the other side. Like it's a lesson learned.
Did anyone give you grief?
No, I was like, I went out loads of times walking around Nicosia in these shorts. I had other shorts, by the way, but yeah, I never, like, nothing had ever happened. I was quite lucky that nothing had ever happened because it is an intense rivalry.
Yeah.
So what not to do?
I'll be Googling that picture later, trying and find it.
Well, no, we just saw the picture.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Sorry.
All right. Just watch the episode.
Okay.
I see. You don't need to Google it. I'll show you after as well. Started to absorb the book Why We Sleep. Are you familiar with that?
No.
Now, the reason I say absorb, because of it's on audiobook. And I never know what to say about an audiobook. Do you say you're listening to an audiobook, or can you say you think it's still allowed to say I've been reading an audiobook? Nah.
It would sound strange if someone says I read an audiobook.
But could you say I read the book Why We Sleep, and then later on you found out it was actually an audiobook? Would that bother you?
I mean, I wouldn't be devastated, but I think it's different.
Was it acceptable? Like
acceptable, yeah.
It always you feel smarter in saying you've read a book.
I would say I've read a book even though I've listened to it. I think that's cheating. It's cheating. I'd do that to show off, yeah. Especially if I was like talking to a girl or something, I'd be like, yeah.
Oh yeah, I read that book.
Yeah.
Okay. How many pages was it?
I'd flat out lie about that. I'd be like 300. Like,
I don't know, it took me 2 days to get through it.
Yeah. I'd be like, I've got reading gloves. Be like,
it's weird that reading is, if you say you've read a book, that it's considered, oh, you must be smart, when it's one of the first things you learn at school. Like a fucking 10-year-old could read a book.
Yeah.
And I'm being very generous with saying 10 years old. A 6-year-old could maybe, no, could a 6-year-old read a book? No.
Depends what.
Just a guess, I don't know. Okay, we'll go 10 years old. Could read a book, and I mean, it wasn't impressive when you were 10, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you get bullied for it, actually.
Yeah. Hit with it. Yeah. Hi.
Do you know what? I just thought it went a little bit fucking slumbered down there, and I was like,
to the fucking good
bit. Very interesting book about sleep, the powers of it. I recommend it. Listen to it, read it. Just fucking read reviews and take what people say on that, just little clips of it. But very interesting, the power of sleep.
So it tells you the health benefits of a good sleep.
Everything that basically everything about how we live is based around your sleep and your circadian rhythm and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. I've not been sleeping well as well.
No.
No.
Now, ironically, I had it on audiobook, obviously, and had it playing on my phone and fell asleep to it at night time. And the guy was like, at the start of it, he said, if you're listening to this and you fall asleep, that's okay. I was like, well, that can't be good advice. Like, it's I'm going to have no idea where. I'm just going to keep starting back from the same place. Fucking every night, wake up and be like, oh, fucking fell asleep again. Back to the start.
You wake up and he's like, you fucking missed a good bit.
That's why I was very general about when you asked what's it about, because I actually haven't. I've just kept falling asleep to it.
I'll need to listen to it
then. Listen to it, fall asleep to it, but it's, no, it is good. It's very interesting. But although the guy who narrates it isn't the guy who wrote it, because I think he's dead. I think
died in his sleep.
Overslept.
Sleep deprived.
See, up in Perth where I walk the dogs, there's a little graveyard beside me, and it's a really old graveyard. So if you're just newly dead, you can't get buried there, I don't think. There's a cut-off of the 1930s or something like this. But there's graves there from the 17th and 18th century. So 17th century would be, like, say, 1758. Would that be the 17th century or the 18th century? Okay, so so from the 18th and 19th century. So there's graves there from like 1758. And I was thinking, oh, fucking, they've probably like died in their 20s or 30s. Some of them have lived to like 71, 72 years old back then. So I don't know. we should be a lot more advanced in age than what we are now. No, only me.
I'm with you. I'm just letting you speak.
That's all I have.
That's like 71 back then's like our 95. I just randomly said that. I don't even know if it's true. But I'm going to start believing it.
I just saw, I was very surprised when I saw 70, like people living to 70 back then.
Did it say cause of, no, in fact, the cause of death wouldn't be on the gravestone with it? That'd be weird.
All their information.
Yeah.
Their eulogy.
Is that the oldest? Have you ever seen a grave going back before that? Like, what's the lowest in time? That's a bit of a head fuck, isn't it?
I saw where Jesus was born.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Where?
Bethlehem.
Bethlehem, aye.
Yeah. I knelt down on the place.
Aye?
Yeah. Got it. I was when I was over in Israel. When I was in Cyprus and I went over to Israel one weekend, and we asked the taxi guy to take us over to, if we could go and see Jerusalem. No, not Jerusalem. Yeah, Jerusalem and then Bethlehem. But to go into Bethlehem, you have to cross over into Palestine. It was very eerie traveling through the little, and obviously he's not going to go through with us. So he just dropped us at the border thing, and then the two of us went through. And then you're like in the next, you come out the other side and it's like, whoa, this is a different place. This is a step back in time almost.
Is that why it was eerie? Just so different?
It was, and also the other thing is probably like built up in our heads to this really like daunting bit crossing through. But there was loads of people going in and out, like people who would work over on in the Israeli side going back over. So it was just probably weird for us.
Yeah. So you actually touched the spot where he was supposed to have been born?
No, he was definitely born there. That definitely happened. I want to appease all my Christians, Catholic brothers.
Did you feel good?
And sisters.
Did it make you feel good?
Yeah, new man ever since. A real newfound respect for our Lord and Saviour Jesus Christ.
Do you know, one time, I don't want to make this about me, but one time when I was in Peru taking ayahuasca, I was tripping and I genuinely felt like
And you broke your ribs? No.
I genuinely felt like I felt the presence of a god or an angel, and I felt like I was dying going through a tunnel of light, and I could feel the presence of like dead family members and dead friends. And then all of a sudden I get really self-conscious because I was wearing Celtic socks.
Wow. But why would you be self-conscious?
Because I was wearing C.R. Smith Celtic socks.
Yeah, but why did you feel like similar, like apologizing that you were like as if you were showing up to a podcast in a trackie?
Yeah, basically it was a very similar, I was like
on a grander scale, you were like,
yeah, in the presence of God, and I was like, I feel like I could have dressed better. I'm so sorry. So that's what I took away from that situation.
God would have been sound about it. Angel, I'm not so sure.
Is that what you were like when you were there? You were like wearing flip-flops? You're like, right.
Because we went over on a weekend, it was a free weekend, and we went out the night before. I was a little bit ropey, so just trying not to spew. So
you went to visit where Jesus was born and you were half bust?
I was fragile. I was a little bit fragile. But look, the sunshine always cures you.
Aye. Aye.
The sun and the Son of God. What is ayahuasca?
Do you know, I'm not so educated on it to give like a scientific explanation on it.
Do you drink it?
Yes.
It's a drink.
It's 2 different types of tree bark that I'm not sure what they're called, and it's got DMT in it, and it's mixed up into a big potion and blessed and all that type of stuff.
And it makes you hallucinate?
Purge, hallucinate, detox.
Jodie went for a Reiki massage the other day, and she said she had like visions of, she could see like a bunny rabbit. Had
Wow.
actual like a full on vision just from a Reiki massage.
I've had one of them as well.
What's a Reiki massage involve?
Do you know, I thought it was going to be a lot of shit, but when I went and did it, it was very calming and I felt very...
Do they actually massage?
No, they never touched me, but it feels like they do touch you. I went in really stressed, actually, through being self-employed. It was a couple of years ago, and it was this old woman that did it, and I felt myself getting emotional and stuff. I would recommend it. I wasn't wearing Celtic socks for that, but I would recommend it.
So what exactly do they do? If they don't touch you, how's it a massage?
So there's supposedly you've got a lot of internal stress and, you know, psychological, and it's all about like negative vibes and stuff.
Yeah.
So I do remember walking in there like humped over with stress and worry and even like jealousy and bitterness and stuff about my job. I mean, can't remember. I was lying down with my eyes shut, but it kind of they don't physically touch you, but it kind of feels like someone is touching you. It's very weird. It's a weird experience. I felt good after it.
Did they give you a drink of any sort before you went in? Sprinkle something into that.
A luminous water.
Hello, sir. Here, would you like this a little freshening water?
Yeah, there's like a valve of gas that just gets released into the room. I felt amazing after that.
Smell this handkerchief.
Yeah, I did. I feel good after it. I felt good after it.
I'm going to try one.
Yeah.
Sounds so weird though. How they definitely don't touch.
Do you know, I remember, it was so long ago, I don't remember them touching me. It's a lot. They've got a colour chart on the wall as well that's different colours, and they say purple's stress and blue's this. And you see, I was seeing colours during it.
Did you go into it with an open mind, like believing in it? Or do you think you could go into it like with your mind shut off, saying, this isn't going to work, it's a load of shit? Well, and it wouldn't work.
I went in with an open mind because I was telling my friend a story, and my mate was quite hippie-ish, and he's like, you need a Reiki massage. I was like, what the fuck is that, mate? And he's like, go, honestly, go.
Like, it's a massage where they don't touch you.
Yeah, basically.
That would, yeah.
And I was like, how did you feel after it, Darren? And I was like, well, I was crying in the rain walking to the bus stop. And he's like, there you go. I felt
good
better.
Selling point.
I felt
that's a real USP for a massage. Come out crying.
Yeah. Relief. It was crying relief.
I'm going to bring it back to a bit of negativity, if you don't mind.
Go.
I didn't bring this up in the last episode, and it was when I took a note of it because I saw someone. Now, I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with this, but someone had their kid's name tattooed on them, and the first thing that came into my head was, that doesn't make you a better parent. And I feel it's almost, I think like some people get it as a stamp of I know most of it's like out of love. I love them so much. I want something on my body, but just remember, it doesn't make you a better parent. You can still be a bad, neglectful parent, despite having, just because you have your kid's names tattooed on you. It doesn't relieve any responsibilities. I feel that was just maybe a very cynical view of someone trying to declare their love for their children, but I just don't want it to be taken the wrong way and people to take advantage of it and think.
I think that woman at the Ricky Gervais concert had a tattoo on her neck, and it's made you angry. She's had like Betty tattooed on her shoulder or something.
Just daughter, not even a name, just daughter. Son/daughter, son-daughter.
I have a boy in Comic Sans.
The TikTok video done reasonably well. I didn't think it was. I had my doubts about it. A lot of people calling out BS, rightfully so. Like it's, but the good thing is that they're actually like think I'm getting one over on him by calling him out for this on his total BS, dude. Then people sending in their stats of how long they've had their cars, the energy watts that their battery produces and loses. And one thing a lot of them said was how my maths didn't add up. So I was saying it loses 10% battery every year. So after 3 or 4 years, you could be down 40%. And quite a few people were like, that's not right maths. I don't know if that stuck out to you or if you're as confused as I am.
I'm confused.
Yeah. Americans.
How many views did it get?
About 350,000 maybe. No,
You're doing all right, man.
Although I was a bit of a shite bag. I deleted. See the one I posted the little clip of that motivation thing about having the dream catcher.
Yeah.
I deleted that because that wasn't the purpose for the video for doing that. TikTok was set up solely for trying to get viral videos. So I deleted it. And like it did only have 3,000 views or something. So I deleted it. And so now it looks better where it goes like 3,400,000, 300,000.
Yeah.
No idea what the next one to be. No, I don't think I'll even try one today because I honestly haven't thought about trying to do one.
You could say something about collagen. Say how you found a cheat code to playing better football through drugging yourself with collagen, no?
But
you end up getting sacked.
I don't want to put any bad vibes out to the collagen people.
Yeah.
I don't want to harm their business.
That's fair enough.
Actually, it would boost it. It has to. I figured it out that it has to be a subject that people buy into, and then no matter what, their opinions aren't going to be changed, and it's something that something people feel so strongly about, without like a real reason to actually be so passionate about something. Like people being so passionate about an electric car. So it's like, as soon as they went and got an electric car, got a Tesla, they were like all in on electric cars. Anything else is shit, and electric cars are the way to go.
Yeah.
So I need to find a similar subject or topic.
Yeah. Has to be recycling now or something like that.
Oh, recycling, yeah. Yeah, the environment. That would be a good one.
How you bury your rubbish in your garden.
Yes. Yes. Recycling plants are a fucking sham. I stopped using them and I just bury my rubbish instead out the back, because over time plastic does actually dissolve.
Yeah.
A friend of mine told me plastic does dissolve, so that's why I do that. Or politics would probably maybe be an easy one. But then this isn't a political podcast.
Religion, politics, recycling, the environment.
I'll the next, I don't think I can do it today. I think the recycling one could be a good one.
Yeah.
Politics, I'll stay clear of for a while.
I could pretend that I was a football player.
You want to do the collagen one, huh? No, I'm going to do... Next one's going to be recycling.
Could do something about you've got a mate that put a straw in a bath and it melted, so the whole paper straw thing's a load of shite. Plastic melts in water.
I'd boil my plastic straws. Plastic straws. Turtles don't choke on straws, or what's the thing that you keep beer cans in? A little plastic ringlet.
Oh yeah, rings.
Rings.
Yeah, plastic rings.
Plastic rings. Turtles don't actually choke on them, and they're seen as a sign of wealth in the sea world. They wear it as a necklace. No, that's too far. Clutching. Straws could be paper straws. Something to do with paper straws.
Yeah,
that they're actually more toxic. Paper straws are more toxic than plastic straws.
that'd be good. Also, I don't want to get you into trouble, but why don't you just randomly say that you give your dog pints of Guinness? You're like, my dog loves a Guinness. I get him wrecked. I get my dog wrecked on a Friday.
The thing is, the thing that would probably get me in trouble for that story would be the name of my dog, rather than giving him points of Guinness.
What's his name?
Vladimir. Which actually didn't get me in any trouble from the first episode. I think that was when I said that. Right then, that's episode... I never even said which episode this was. Episode 9. Thanks for listening. Thanks for tuning in. Well done for lasting the duration of it. Look forward to episode 10, where I will have a guest. It'll be a big one. And maybe I won't, because I don't fulfill anything I say here. But yeah, see you for episode 10.